Hello, this is Redithan, and I'm back with another part of the GPC World Championships. Basically, the deal with this is that I have a lot of stuff I want to do for my channel, and some of it I can't say anything about yet, but anyway, so I went on a vacation, so I didn't really get time to record this battle or the next battle, so there's going to be two in this one, so I'm not going to do much introduction for this one. I'm just going to go right into the battle and just kind of talk about what I had planned and my sets and everything as I go, just because I really want to. I haven't done a lot of recording recently. I really want to get some stuff done, and I don't want it to just be held up by this pretty much. So future content will not be this low effort, but yeah, so I'm such a perfectionist, so it kills me to make a video like this. But yeah, we're just gonna go straight into this, just looking at these battles that I had. So yeah, this is the first one. This is the quarterfinal against Melantosh. So yeah, let's just go right into it. Obviously, he's got the Sableye. It's a Mega Sableye, so I was terrified of this guy's team. You'll see that I had some crazy stuff planned for that, though, but we'll get to that in a minute. So, we start. I lead off with Meloetta as he goes into his Victini. This Meloetta was Choice Specs with Dazzling Gleam, Hyper Voice, Dazzling Gleam, Hyper Voice, Shadow Ball, and Focus Blast. Energy Ball, not Shadow Ball. Just coverage that could hit his entire team, except for Victini. So this is a bad start for me, because I predicted the Sableye to lead, so we could get the Magic Bounce up, or the Donphan, so we get it Rocks up. So I'd be able to either take this thing down for Sturdy, or easily to KO the Sableye, because Choice Specs Dazzling Gleam just destroys it. But unfortunately, he leads with Victini, so I have to switch out here, fearing the V-Create. I go into Chandelure because there's really not much Victini can do to Chandelure, unless it's a special set with Shadow Ball, but obviously that's not the case, as it goes for Thunder Wave. And this is a Choice Scarf set with Trick, Clear Smog, Shadow Ball, and Energy Ball. Yeah, no Fire Blast on this one, just because I feel I really didn't need it. I wanted Clear Smog just in case he set up with the Feraligatr or the Sableye. And I felt that was more important. So I predict the switching into Porygon 2. So I go for the trick here as he goes into his Ubuntu. So yeah, so I pretty much just neutralize the Porygon 2 as I replace its Eviolite with a Choice Scarf, and that's awesome. I couldn't have had a better start after that bad lead. So now I'm just gonna scout what it goes for. It goes for Foul Play. It doesn't do much, so I go for Energy Ball. And here I'll just switch out because I don't really want to keep Chandelure in to die, so I send in a Slurpuff, because obviously going for Foul Play, this is it's actually a sub-call mindset, so Foul Play will do nothing to Slurpuff. So he goes into his Excelgor, and me being dumb forgets that these things learn Sludge Bomb. Says I get Poison too, which sucks, but my Citrus Berry procs there as I get the Unburden. I get the sub up, so I just set up a Calm Mind, just to get as much, maybe Draining Kiss, and then be able to live the next Sludge Bomb. However, he goes for Spikes here, which I think was a mistake. Ooh, hey, get out of here, Java update. Get out. Sorry. Anyway, he goes for Spikes here. I'm not really sure why. Just let me set up here, because, I mean, what else is Slurpuff going to do, really? It's a subset. But anyway, so maybe he didn't expect the Draining Kiss here, which I go for, and I get almost up to half, as he just goes to the Sludge Bomb again, and I think I go for another Draining Kiss here, that's right. So he goes into Victini. This thing showing me this thing especially defensive, but I decided to stay in and go for the Surf. He didn't know I had the Surf, but do that. I get a crit and take it out. And after the Calcs, yeah, that crit pretty much mattered. So unfortunate there, but he did get the Poison with Excelgor, which changed some stuff. So yeah, it was hacks for hacks here. So it's whatever. I don't even know if that thing had V-Create or not. If it had Blue Flare or something, I'd be fine, I'm pretty sure. because it doesn't have any investment. So he goes into TikTok the Feraligatr, and it just takes me out the Aqua Jet. So down goes Slurpuff, but this thing is Life Orb, which actually helps me a lot later in the battle. As I go into Breloom, this is actually a Toxic Orb set. It's got Substitute, Focus Punch, Seed Bomb, and Fling, actually, not Spore. And I did this because, of course, Sableye has Magic Bounce, or Mega Sableye, I mean. So, really, Mega Sableye destroys my team, so I really wanted to make sure I could get a Toxic on it. But, of course, since I have Magic Bounce, I can't use Toxic, so, but with the Toxic Orb and Fling bypasses Magic Bounce, so I would just be able to get my Poison Heal up with a Toxic Orb and then get rid of it. It's really no reason not to get rid of it, and it'll just be able to poison the Sableye, so that's my reason for that. However, it goes into Porygon 2 here, as I set up a sub predicting the switch, and here I just go for the Falcon Punch and just completely obliterate this Porygon 2. Yeah, no Eviolite. Even with the Eviolite, that thing be destroyed. So now it goes into Excelgor, and I know I can't live a Sludge Bomb, so I'm just gonna go right back to Chandelure. Chandelure here, this thing can't do anything to Chandelure unless it has knockoff, or Water Shuriken. I was kind of hoping for the Water Shuriken. I'm not gonna lie. I would not be mad about that, but yeah. So he can't do anything to me, so I can just stay in and Shadow Ball. But I get paralyzed, which sucks. So he gets up his spikes, and yeah. So it's just gonna be a 2 KO here. I think Shadow Ball would have killed from that range before, though, because with the leftovers of recovery, it allowed him to live that Shadow Ball after the para. So yeah, the para was unfortunate, but either way, the Excelgor goes down. As he's just gonna go Donphan, I'm gonna let Chandelure die here because he could have just set up rocks, and if that was the case, I could just take it down to its 30 with Energy Ball. So yeah, Paralyzed Chandelure is so useless. So 3 layers of spikes up. So I go into Aerodactyl here. And this Aerodactyl is a really interesting one. Of course it's Mega, but it's got like max HP, almost max speed. It's just enough speed to outspeed a +1 for Alligator. And I'm actually running Toxic, Roost, Pursuit, and Stone Edge. And that sounds really ridiculous, but of course with HP investment, this thing can take so many hits. I originally had this to counter Donphan, but then mid-battle I realized, wait, Roost takes away the flying type, so Donphan could just Earthquake, but thankfully that wasn't a problem in this match. That would have been very embarrassing, but anyway, switching to Sableye here, expecting this to be offensive, but I just smack it right with the Toxic, which is fantastic because, of course, after it Mega Evolves, he can't Toxic it, and it'd have to rely on Breloom, and if that were the case, he could switch or something, so I get the Toxic off here. I don't even have to worry about Breloom losing its Toxic Orb here. As now he just goes into Feraligatr. I missed the Stone Edge, which sucks, because it's actually a 2 KO from that range. And then I go for another one, and I miss again, until he goes for a Dragon Dance, and of course I can outspeed still. So he goes for the Aqua Jet here, because he knows that. It doesn't take me out, because I'm very bulky, as I do nail this Stone Edge, which is great. If I didn't get that Stone Edge off, I probably would have lost. As this is where the Life Orb really helps me, because it'll whittle it down to enough HP after I live that Earthquake with the Shuka Berry and take it out with a Scald. So yeah, there goes that thing. There goes the Feraligatr. And now he goes into his Mega Sableye. Sableye thinking he could just easily deal with Empoleon, but no. Look, yeah, Scald does 46%. And no, and I guess he thought that since it did so much, it might have been like offensive or something, or I don't know. Actually, wait, no, that wouldn't make sense because he switched into Sableye first. Never mind what I just said. But yeah, Scald does 46% because this thing's actually in Torrent. I'm running Torrent. Yeah, so Torrent pretty much saves me the game here because I'm able to take out the Sableye, as Donphan is going to go all the way down, or not to the Striddy because it's a Pasha Berry, but I burn it. Doesn't matter anyway because Meloetta can just come in there and take it out with an Energy Ball. So yeah, Torrent pretty much saving the day there, and I move on with the meme team, go into going to the semifinals. So it's pretty cool. I'm all proud of this team. So yeah, good battle there. I don't think there's really much else to say about that one. Excuse me. So yeah, let's just go into the semifinal match now. This one's against the Surrey Litleos, Coach Matt, and oof, this team. When I was prepping for this team, I was just like, oh my god, how am I gonna deal with this team? Because not only does he have Skarmbliss, but he has like one of the most powerful, if not the most powerful priority attackers in Crawdaunt. It had Alakazam that can live any hit because of Magic Guard and Focus Sash, and then you got Goodra, which takes like any special hit. Yeah, so like pretty much this team is he could just switch in on like any of my Pokemon for days. So I really had to be innovative with this one if I wanted to win. So yeah, let's go right into this one as I lead off with Chandelure as he goes into Medicham. I predicted this one. I figured, usually people with Megas that need like a speed boost lead first because it can become vital, especially with a Ghost type, because he can't fake out and stuff like after he can't fake out on Chandelure. So I figured he'd want to just get the Mega off as quick as he can so we could have that speed boost. So I predict that, and I lead with Chandelure. This thing can't really touch Chandelure except for Zen Headbutt, but I outspeed some Scarf. So yeah, he switches out here to Goodra as I just trick it the Choice Scarf. I was expecting the Chansey, but this works too. Because Goodra, as long as I can hinder that coverage a bit, that's pretty nice, because this thing can run coverage that destroys my entire team pretty much. So yeah, I give it the Choice Scarf, so this thing's locked into one move. As I go into Empoleon, he predicts that, goes for Thunderbolt, and I get paralyzed. This really grinded my gears. I was not ready for another Empoleon Hacks Fest here. As he goes for Thunderbolt, and I get fully paralyzed. So Empoleon getting haxed again. See me comment, I forgot about that. So this Empoleon, man, like, yeah, just so what's the deal with this Empoleon? And what's the deal with Empoleon? Okay, whatever. I should name it Jerry Seinfeld from now on. Anyway, he goes for the Thunderbolt. As I go into Breloom, I was running Superpower on this one. As he goes into his Skater Die, Skarmory, as Superpower does over half, but unfortunately, since it lowers my attack, I can't take it out with another Superpower. So I go for the Hidden Power. It lives on 1 HP. Ugh. Yeah, he actually was running like a Spadef variant because he saw in my my first battle, or my first video, how I used Hidden Power Breloom, so he anticipated that with Skarmory. I don't really know exactly what EVs are running, so I don't know how much of a roll this was, but yeah, 1 HP is almost always a roll, so that sucks there, as you can just Roost back up. And here I decided to switch out because it can just be like a stall fest with Roost. I don't really want to deal with that. As I go into Empoleon because this thing can't really do anything to Empoleon, so I can just get my Stealth Rocks up as we trade rocks, actually. Thankfully I don't get parried, so my rocks are up. And always his Chansey. I predict that and I go for the knockoff, so I get rid of the Chansey's Eviolite. And anytime you can get rid of a Chansey's Eviolite, it's a good day. So yeah, that Chansey is pretty much neutered. So the thing is going okay for me so far against a team that just completely destroys mine. So I go into Chandelure because, I mean, what Chansey doesn't run Seismic Toss? So predicting that. As I go for Fire Blast here, I forget. I don't remember if I was predicting something here. I might have been. Who knows? Yeah, because I'm running the Assault Vest, so they can't trick or anything. So I can only attack. So I go for the Fire Blast. It does nothing. I was running a Flame Charge on this set too. I should mention. I didn't get to take advantage of that in this battle, I don't think. But yeah, I was running Flame Charge in my last slot because I knew I was going to be tricking that Choice Scarf at some point. But Flame Charge is not going to do anything to Chansey just because I don't have any attack investment. So I go into Slurp up here. Goes for the Seismic Toss, as I'm pretty sure this is just like a standard Cleric set. if I remember correctly, as he switches into Alakazam, and it turns out he forgot to put Magic Guard on this thing. So, yeah, I thought he was just being, he was running Synchronized just so he could switch into Spores, but no, he just forgot to put on, Magic Guard, so that sucks for him, but good for me, as he goes for Psychic. Meloetta can eat up anything with this thing and just go back to full with, Wish. Is now I'm just gonna go for the Relic Song, do a ton to that thing. So now Meloetta Pirouette. First time I was able to run Pirouette in this tournament. I was really happy to. This thing was also run Thunderbolt just because I really wanted something that had a chance to break Skarmbliss, and it's not the best because you have to switch between forms to really do anything to Skarmory and Chansey at the same time. But anyway, just like a powerful physical attacker really hurts this guy's team, or hurts Matt's team. So yeah, I wanted to put I wanted Pirouette on there, so I'm just gonna take it out with a close combat. I went for close combat just in case he went to Skarmory, but he doesn't. So now it goes into Medicham, and I knew this thing has Fake Out or Bullet Punch, or else he would not switch this thing in. So Chandelure eats both of those up, and actually immune to Fake Out, so take nothing from that, just takes me out with the Zen Headbutt, just a stack play there for me. As I go into Aerodactyl, just because, why not, I can get my Mega up here. This was a stall-breaking Aerodactyl. This was meant to deal with Chansey. It had Taunt, Roost, Thunderfang, and Aerial Ace. Because Thunderfang and Aerial Ace hit his entire team pretty much. So yeah, here I go for the Aerial Ace, just because I didn't feel I need to predict here, because stupid me forgetting that Skarmory can run steel moves. So yeah, it just goes to the Iron Head here. And here I go for Thunderfang, praying for hacks. I don't get it, so I lose my Aerodactyl here. This was a really stupid move on my part. I really don't know why I risked the Iron Head there, because I knew it could run it, but like I was just thinking for some reason, nah, it doesn't have it. But Empoleon is pretty much useless at the point. I could have just sacked it. I don't know why I didn't. So yeah, so I lose my Aerodactyl here, and this actually proves to be critical later in the match, as I'm just going to take out the Skarmory with a Thunderbolt. I guess he didn't foresee that one because I was running Pirouette. So here I do Insac Empoleon at this point. So it's a Fake Out crits Empoleon. So I mean that hacks didn't even matter, but still, it's just the fact that crit happened. Like, poor Empoleon. Anyway, so I'm to Slurpuff. I thought I could maybe live Zen Headbutt, but no. I was running the I forget what berry it is. It's whatever berry reduces super effective poison moves. And I switched that in just in case he went for Poison Jab, just because it was safe, but he doesn't. So yeah, I'm just gonna get swept here by this Medicham. But actually, I guess he wanted to out-prioritize the Mach Punch or something, so he goes for Bullet Punch. I live on 1 HP and Spore this thing, but unfortunately, here I'm just gonna die to Life Orb with Meloetta. If Meloetta wasn't Life Orb, I might have been able to win this match. This actually goes to Rocks. Showdown lied to me. I was at 13%. I was like, okay, I'm on 13%. I should be able to live to Rocks, but nope. I'm like at 12.5% or something. So Showdown lying to me, and I lose Meloetta. So I get 4-0'd, but for a 4-0 it was pretty close, I would say. Like I said, if I didn't just stupidly sack the Aerodactyl, I probably could have cleaned up, or at least come close to cleaning up this guy's team. Yeah, so I don't know, I could have played a lot better, but Matt played very well. His team was very good. He drafted a great team. He actually lost in the next round, but I mean he's I don't know, his team was just great. Did a great job, but I guess I finished. I mean, we didn't really have a third place match, but I'll say I finished 4th because I lost to Johnny in like the first like round robin matches, and he ended up going out in the semifinals as well. So I'll say I finished 4th. So I consider that an achievement. So I'll use that to stroke my ego a bit. So yeah, that will hold me over for the time being. But anyway, this has been Redithan with the GPC World Championships. This video will be concluding that. Again, sorry, this is not as quality as the last one. I just, I mean, I just really just other stuff I really want to do on my channel. Like I said, I can't say anything just yet, but I have some good stuff coming. I have some more Emerald Nuzlocke coming. I'm actually about to record that in a second, so there'll be more of that. And I want to start a Let's Play of something. I don't know what, but that will happen too. I promise. But I don't know. If you're watching, you're not interested in that. Just ignore me. But but yeah. Again, thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time with something else. Goodbye.